Today's horoscope from Astrocademy, Libra January 7, 2023. You can experience an increased faith in your general direction today, even if it's not clearly defined, and this is comforting. By seeing things differently, you might experience a sense of growth or maturation in a relationship, or your experience and sensitivity attract people to you. A special topic or conversation can be illuminating. You might enjoy a mind-expanding moment, and you benefit from solid transits that favor instruction, learning, and guidance. Your need to expand your horizons personally is powerful right now. You're considering whether you should take a leap of faith or walk away from this situation entirely. For instance, while the moon hovers over your adventurous house of expansion, it will conjoin Neptune via that same house, which could trigger feelings of uncertainty. Step back, reflect, and reevaluate the situation at hand, and don't be discouraged by outside influences. Things aren't what they seem. You might be reconsidering the projection of your professional commitments, contracts, and partnerships because Uranus retrograde is still sextile to Neptune. As the sextile continues to unfold, you're becoming more emotionally invested in your hidden sector of merged assets and investments, thanks to the moon being in Cancer. Luckily, the lunar energy embodies the air qualities of Cancer, allowing you to consider your investments with a clear mind. If you feel intuitively ready to do so, it might be easy to further commit to merging with your partnerships. 2 weeks before the sun is even due to turn the solar spotlight onto your financial situation and money matters, the moon wraps up its first visit to your financial sector for the year today. As well as leaving you with your financial instincts and imagination fueled, this leaves you with a better read on Mercury's smart head for money and Saturn's determination to do whatever it takes for as long as it takes. Choose your words carefully. You tend to do exactly the opposite, hurting some people and might suffer from the consequences for a long time. Reawaken your long-lost diplomatic skills, even if you find it hard. Communicating in an open, honest way makes people more understanding. You are in charge in some important way, and you shouldn't let anyone tell you otherwise. Today is all about leading the way, and most of your people should be more than glad of the guidance. If inadequacies surface, they are best dealt with by quietly reflecting on the reason for your feelings and deciding what's best to do about them. When in conversation with someone new, never go on too much about yourself or the past. Talk about something that naturally sheds light on your current situation. Today's energy can make us feel lonely and depressed. Fear that we won't be able to accomplish what we need to accomplish grows when we are isolated. If you are in a financial position to hire a personal trainer, even for a short time, you may benefit from the experience of sharing the burden of getting into better shape, if that's possible. It is through continuing to relate to others that we make it through the tunnel and come out on the other side, where the view is magnificent. Trust me. Even though your dedicated, hard-working style and logical approach to problems are traits to be admired, every once in a while you will benefit from being able to just relax and enjoy life. That is what this day is all about. So put aside those ever-present work projects and spend some time on recreational pursuits. If you get together with someone, you're sure to enjoy it very much, as social activities are favored during this day. Let yourself go. 4. 3 days after Venus left your communication sector, her mission to give your heart and your relationships a voice is in safe hands. It is just as the sun moves into his final 2 weeks in your communication sector that he moves into a friendly aspect to Uranus, in retrograde motion in your relationship sector. This comes after the sun's friendly aspect to the north node there earlier in the week, with the communication and relationship gods working together to give your relationships, the past, present and future, a voice. At the same time that the sun moves into his final 2 weeks in your communication sector, he also moves into a friendly aspect to Uranus, in retrograde motion in your relationship sector. With the sun also heading towards an alignment with Mercury, also in retrograde motion, this is adding to a growing chance to give your relationships, the past and unsaid words, a voice. Daily planetary overview. The Capricorn Sun connects with Uranus in Taurus this morning. When these two planets align, it allows us to lean into our innermost true and unique vibe. We can be ourselves today without any pushback from friends, family, or co-workers. In fact, living one's best life means embracing all of the parts of oneself, which we will be freely sharing with others today instead of hiding who we truly are. The Pisces Moon and Mars in Cancer square off today. When the Moon squares Mars, it can bring intense arguments to the fore. This energy can directly affect relationships and home life. Be careful not to listen to people who don't have your best interests at heart. And don't take advice from someone who doesn't know the full story. They might push you into saying things that aren't necessarily kind and don't hold any weight in the discussion. Although we might want to argue until the bitter end, and get in the last word, it would be inadvisable. More often than not, it doesn't matter who wins. Be the bigger person, and stop the drama from reaching that point by walking away or apologizing. In many cases where arguments occur, no one is right or wrong. Therefore, it's important to regain peace and understanding, so you can work and evolve together as a functional unit. In centering conversations around our own experiences, we can come off as showboat. We are entirely naive to this, unable to see ourselves realistically and believing that we are making friends when we are really attracting people who want to see us knocked off our pedestal. We should be mindful of how we are presenting ourselves as well as the company we are keeping. Perhaps it will be better to put off new introductions until later in the morning, as the moon enters its void following this aspect. We only get one chance to make a first impression, so we might as well hedge our bets. The same attitude that enables us to tackle tedious mundane duties can also make us critical of others' choices or predispositions. Aim to stay on your own path and let others live their lives. You'll save more energy this way. This aspect celebrates innovation and progress. We desire to break free from limitations and carve a new niche for ourselves. Change isn't disturbing, it's exciting. Acting upon revolutionary impulses and ideas allows us to make greater strides in our life than we would by sticking to convention. Because this cosmic meeting is occurring in steady earth signs, we probably won't throw all caution to the wind. However, we will assess the resources at our disposal and imagine how to use them differently. Don't be afraid to try a completely new approach to tackle a persistent issue. If your method doesn't work, it doesn't work. We are offered divine protection now, so should we make an error or a misstep, the recovery will be swift, and the lessons learned will be invaluable.